What's up, everyone? We are here with another Champion Spotlight info drop, and for this one, we got Penny Parker, who I think is going to be the better of the two characters. This awesome character is chock full of utility, damage, you name it, and it's going to be a start in switching the meta a little bit with some of the abilities. And just keep in mind, she was made with Alliance War in mind. So let's go ahead and just get started into her little bio here. She's going to be a tech champion. When Penny Parker's father passed away piloting the spider suit, she became the last person able to bond with the radioactive spider controlling the bionic armor. With her Uncle Ben and Aunt May at her side, Penny began piloting the spider suit as a friendly neighborhood spider hero of New York City. Her Earth is really cool. She goes off against Mysterio. She crime fighting with, a cool, really cool version of Daredevil. When we get into her comic book history, I'll talk more about it. But she is heavily inspired by anime, manga, and there's a bunch of there's a chock full of Easter eggs and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get on to her gameplay mechanics. All right, so Penny's spider suit creates a powerful sync shield, empowering her block by providing protection, power control, and a safety net. With the use of her spider sense charges, Penny can choose to power burn her opponents or mount their health bar with incinerate debuffs. And we'll get into that more, but she has crazy incinerate. She can have like 21 incinerates. She heal blocks, you name it, dude. She's got so much utility. It's insane. All right, so abilities. So what's cool here, immune to poison and incinerate effects due to Oscorp's cutting edge spider suit technology. She always has this up. Okay, so developers note Penny's immunities give her a great matchup against quest buffs like Hazard Shift, Incinerate, Poison. Uh, so from what I know, she's going to be great for Alliance War Path 9, and also she's going to be great for Path 7. We'll get into more why at Path 7 later on, but she is going to be great. She's also going to be a really annoying defender. Okay, so let's get into the next one. Opponents suffer minus 100% true strike, true accuracy, and true sense effect ability accuracy. Okay, we'll get into why that's going to be annoying. She auto blocks. Okay, the good thing is we were told she's not going to parry when she auto blocks, so you don't have to worry about getting parried in Alliance War or anything like that. But right as of right now, the only way that you're going to be able to get through her auto block is if you have unblockable. Okay. But we'll get into that later on and how to get rid of her sync shield and all that stuff. When the opponent feels a bar of power, gain +1 spider sense charges up to 10 charges. Any additional charges last for 20 seconds. Charges cannot be prevented by ability accuracy. So the spider sense charge is going to be very important for her damage and her abilities. So let's get into the next slide. So ability Sync Shield. All right, so this is where her defensive stuff comes into play. Penny starts a fight with an active Sync Shield. The Sync Shield's max strength is based on her opponent's attack rating. This ability is not affected by class advantage. While fighting as a defender, max strength is increased by 100%. Okay, so pretty much, based on their attack rating, her Sync Shield is going to be more strong. Is going to be stronger. Also, developers know the Sync Shield allows Penny to take 0 damage from blocked hits until her shield runs out of strength. The max strength of the shield scales with the opponent's attack rating upon entering a match. For example, this means her shield will counteract any champion boost or attack quest buffs on her opponent. From what I know, from what they said, she is going to be great for Pat 7 because she is going to counteract kinetic transference. Okay. When we get to, when we're able to show a little gameplay, I'm going to be doing a bunch of gameplay with Penny. I'm excited for her. I love her from the comic books. She's great in the movie. So we'll get into more of that in the gameplay videos. But she's going to be great for Pat 7 because she's going to counteract kinetic transference, and she is going to be able to power burn. So you won't. That's another way you can power control with her. When the Sync Shield runs out of strength, it goes on cooldown for 20 seconds, after which it reactivates at max strength. All right. So Sync Shield. While active, Spider Protocol. When Penny would be struck, 8% chance to Spider Sense charge to consume 4 charges, purifying the stun debuff, and gaining 100% chance on auto block for 2 seconds. Does not trigger parry and cannot be prevented by ability accuracy. So there you go. She's going to be a really good counter for Apocalypse from what it looks like here. When Penny would auto block a hit, burn 25% a bar of power and inflict direct damage proportional to the amount lost. This ability cannot be prevented by ability accuracy. All personal power buff effects scale with base attack only. When blocking or auto blocking a hit, Penny cannot be stunned and locks the opponent's power. Okay? So when blocking or auto blocking, Penny cannot be stunned. So that's where the Apocalypse counter comes in. So yeah, let's get into the next one. Penny would be struck by a heavy attack while auto blocking, gain 100% chance to resist a block break. Pretty good. Performing a wild time block, gain 6% bar of power. So that's gonna be really cool to gain some power. Uh, so developers note. Let me go ahead and get rid of my cam real quick because the next one's gonna be I'm gonna be blocking it with my cam as well. So developers note. Penny cannot be stunned when her opponent is power locked when the opponent strikes into her block. This makes Penny a great counter to connect transference and rise of power quest buffs. So that's perfect right there. It exactly tells you what it's gonna do. Let's get on to the next slide. All right, so this now we're getting into special attacks. So special one, eject. So this is the one that they were saying that's gonna be. This is the one you're gonna want to bait out if you're fighting her as a defender. With 11 plus spider sense charges on activation, inflicted power burn debuff during the special attack, burning 75% a bar of power over 6 seconds. After activation, gain 4 spider sense charges. Additionally, if the opponent fills a bar of power during this special attack, gain 3 plus bonus spider sense charges. The first hit does not grant power and burns 25% a bar of power. For the best results, use a special attack while the opponent has little more than a bar of power. So it's Penny to gain a total of 8 spider sense charges. So you're going to want to use this when you want to gain those spider sense charges. Uh, and it's going to go directly into the special 2 here. This is your damage. This is your big damage. On activation, pause the duration of all spider sense charge until the special attack ends. Each web shooter hit deals a burst of 308.64 incinerate for each spider sense charge. Spider protocol with eight plus spider sense charges. The last hit consumes all charges inflicting incinerate debuff per charge, each dealing 3,472 energy damage over 8 seconds. Incinerates also removes perfect block, chance to lower his block percentage by 50%. Developers note, most of Penny's damage comes for a special 2. After using several special 1s to exceed the maximum spider sense charges, use special 2 for some big red numbers and a lot of incinerate debuffs. So I think you can probably get around 20 incinerates, and then for the whole duration of the attack, they're heal blocked, which is going to be great. Great for a lot of things. What comes to mind is selective time stream. It's going to be great for that. But this is her big damage here. That's what you're going to do. You're going to want to do a couple special 1s and then throw out the special 2 and just win the game. So special 3, full kiss of synchronization. Her special 3 is freaking sick, man. All right. So special 3 inflicts a power burn debuff, burning 150% bar of power over 15 seconds. If the sync shield is on cooldown, it is restored 100% strength. Add a flat 50% to the sync shield's current strength, max 200%. For a little extra protection, the special 3 allows for sync shields to gain more than 100% of its max strength. You're not really going to need to use this, in my opinion. It's literally just special 1, maybe like 2 special 1s and a special 2, and you're golden. So let's get into her next. All right, so signature ability, teenage weapon. And this is a cool little Easter egg in the comic. She calls herself, there's a song called, it's by Cult something. And during the song, she says, I'm a teenage weapon. So it's a very cool comic book reference here. When the opponent fills a bar of power or recovers more than 5% of max health at once, inflict a heal block passive, preventing the opponent from healing for 6 seconds. That's pretty good. Whenever the opponent heals while heal block, deal 50% of the health they would have gained as a burst of incinerate damage. If the Sound Mastery active, the mastery is removed. Penny's ability to heal block her opponents very reliably with this ability. Be sure to keep a close eye on the opponent's power meter. So whenever the opponent heals while heal block, did 50% of the health they would have gained as a burst of incinerate damage. Think of big health pools with the regen. This is going to deal a lot of damage on top of the already great damage you're going to get from the special 2. On paper, she looks like she's going to be dealing out some big damage and even bigger damage if their regen is strong and they have a big health pool. All right, so synergies. She's got some really cool synergies. In the Spider-Man 2099 video, I said there was a cool Spider-Gwen synergy for him, but it's actually for Penny. I had it confused for a second. So let's get on to the synergies. Angel attack with Airwalker and Falcon. Penny, while Sync Shield's active, becomes stun immune, which that's a pretty good synergy. So you're gonna be able to bite without having to like block or anything. You're gonna be able to bypass anything of, if there's a time stun coming, you won't even have to worry about it. Airwalker gain 1 power cosmic buffs when winning a fight. It'll help you ramp them up quicker. I don't really know much about Airwalker. Falcon lock on lasts 1% longer. It's cool to have that extra second, but it's not really needed. Spider Genin with Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Ham, and Spider-Gwen. This is the insane one. Okay. Penny Parker, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Ham, Spider-Gwen. At the start of each fight, gain 4 Spider Sense or Spider Nonsense charges. Okay. This is crazy for Spider Gwen. You're going to be able to start the match fully ramped up and be able to 100% evade unblockable special attacks. Okay. And you're going to have all her damage from having those Spider Sense charges. You won't have to build her up at all in the fight. You just automatically start with her there. So it's going to make her more suicide friendly. And if there's really tricky unblockable special attacks, you don't even need to worry about it. Just automatically evade. She's gonna be great. This synergy is gonna be a must for Spider Gwen users that love suicides. Okay, Technician with King Solo. It only benefits Penny Parker. Gain 30% attack rating, but reduces Sing Shield's max strength by 50%. This is gonna be great because you're gonna get 30% attack rating, which is gonna help out her damage a ton. And the Sing Shield, if you play well, you're not really gonna have to worry about her Sing Shield much at all. Um, Field Trip with Mysterio and Daredevil. This one's really cool. Penny. This circles back, and we're going to talk more about in her comic book history. Penny Parker. While the Sync Shield is active, Penny can trigger the parry mastery against non-contact attacks. So pretty much you're going to be able to parry projectiles. Cool. Super cool for Penny. It's going to be great. Daredevil's Hell's Kitchen, exiting Murdoch Boy mode grants a Righteous Wrath passive for 8 seconds, while active basic attacks have a 35% chance to inflict an instant bleed, dealing 120% of hit damage as direct damage. This is going to be cool for Daredevil's Hell's Kitchen, and from what we're told, there is no cooldown on this. So it's actually going to allow you to access more damage with Daredevil Hell's Kitchen, and it's going to be a must for people that want to that love DDHK. All right, and this one for Mysterio is going to be really great if you like using Mysterio. Chemical gas is not consumed when inflicting poison with a heavy attack. Okay, this is going to be great for him because you're going to be able to keep your chemical gas up. So if you want, let's say you have 3 chemical gas, you want to throw off a heavy, get a poison, and then throw off a special 3, or a special 2, and let's say you want to throw off the poison and get that damage, plus you want a power drain at max effectiveness. Boom, right there. It's great synergy from Mysterio. Strain Beast and Bizarre Machines with Howard, Venom the Duck, and a Mole Man. Penny Parker, Howard the Duck, Venom the Duck, Mole Man gain 9% attack rating and armor rating against size XL opponents. Alright, synergy. Be cool. Suit up with Iron Man, Hit Monkey, Sunspot. Synergy members 7% health, normal one. But yeah, she looks like she is going to be a great champ. She is the first addition to the game that's going to be shifting the meta in different ways. Her main ability is literally counteracting cosmic champions with like the True Strike and being able to stop or be able to actually auto block still through everything. So it's from what we're told, this is her. She is the first line in changing the meta of the game, and I can't wait to see where it goes. AW, she's gonna be great for AW. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on to her comic book history now. All right, so let's get into the comic book history of Penny Parker. So as you can see, her design here is heavily influenced by her comic book counterpart, with a mixture of some of the movie stuff, like the eyes, the whole LED eye. That's very much like the movie, but the design, the yellow and black on the arms, very much like the comic book counterpart. I'll throw that up on the screen right now so you guys can see and compare the two. She was created in October 2014, and her first appearance was in Edge of the Spider-Verse #5, and she was created by none other than Gerard Way and Jake Wyatt. Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance. As you can see, I'm wearing a My Chemical Romance shirt. Uh, and this is not the first time Gerard Way has actually, done comic books. He's done a little comic book called Umbrella Academy, hit Netflix show. He's done a bunch of other stuff, Killjoys, um, and a bunch of other stuff. He's done work for DC as well. He almost came out with the Batman, his own Batman thing. I actually have a our Gerard Way Batman statue behind me, back there. That was unreleased from a comic book, but yeah, he's had a huge history in comic books, and I was so excited for his character when they announced that he was creating a character when this came out, when Penny Parker came out. Just amazing, and Jake Wyatt knocked it out of the park with the design. Just great design. The artwork's in it's incredible. If you like anime and manga, which I'm not that big of a fan of, but I enjoyed it. It's great. There's a bunch of anime references. I mean, her suit's very inspired by Neon Genesis Evangelion. That's how you say it. Um, and there's a bunch of other references in there, like Akira, Gundam. Um, in the motion comic, we had Sailor Moon references. But yeah, she's very anime influenced. Uh, in her world, her dad was the original pilot of the Spider suit, which is SP-DR. Her dad passes away, and she's the only one that can psychically link with the spider, and that's pretty much how the suit works. She works in tandem with the spider that gave her her ability to psychically link. So she doesn't have any spider abilities. All her abilities come from the suit. The only ability she has is the ability that when the spider bit her, they are allowed to psychically link and control the suit together. The spider doesn't really have a personality, but he does share an opinion with her and kind of sways her. She's like, "Oh, the spider trusts you." So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little back and forth between the two. Her first villain, which was really cool with the synergies with the Mysterio. Her first villain that she fights is Mysterio, which is a really cool like techie version of Mysterio, who's actually like trying to bring down crime, and he's just doing it in a really weird way. She stops him, and then she teams up with Daredevil not too long after to take down some bad guys in like a warehouse, and there's like a bunch of anime references in there. Uh, and that's pretty much her first appearance in Spider Verse, Edge of Spider Verse 5, and then of course she's in the bigger Spider Verse comic book. Later on, she's in Spider Geddon, a huge character in Spider Geddon. She's one of the main characters. That's where they get to flesh her out a little bit more. Uh, one of some of the favorite artwork on there is with Miles, which Miles is my favorite Spider character, and she interacts with Miles so much in there. And then she was also in a little movie called Edge of the Spider Verse. Her suit design is way different. Um, but I like how they incorporated that suit design, the comic book suit design, and they made the MCOC one. But yeah, right now she's still in her Earth fighting crime. Uh, and I think she's gonna be great to the game because we get in. She's the first XL female champion. Uh, what else is cool about her? I mean, the ability to counteract cosmics. Like she's literally I think the first champion that's gonna counteract her. Well, I guess Magneto. Magneto was the first. But she's the first character that's gonna be changing the meta, and I think it's crazy that Penny Parker is gonna be the first one to do that. Um, and from what we've seen, her animations look amazing. Uh, big shout out to Kabam Coop. Big shout out to Kabam Coop for designing her. And like he said, he put his heart and soul into her. I cannot wait to see her in action. We're going to have tons of fun with her. If you guys like this video, please drop a like, please drop a sub, and I'll see y'all next time.